There we go. Hello everyone. How's it going? It is me, one Kyson J Kyson or Kyson D Kyson. I don't know. I still haven't decided. How's everyone doing today? It's been a minute since I've done a morning stream. Maybe because I've not been awake in the morning lately. But here we are. I actually woke up at like 8 o'clock this morning. Cause I had plans. I had plans for breakfast. Not just any breakfast plans. I had plans with Ian. Ian is on his way. In fact, I think today is his last day of traveling down to where he's moving. And so on his way down to where he's moving to, he swung by here. He's out for breakfast, and so I just went out, had some breakfast with him and Sam. It was a lovely time. We went to a local diner instead of a chain. Yeah, it's a morning stream, Leo. Hello, hello. Ah, right. I need to bring my counter up. Almost forgot about that. But how's it going today? I'm getting everything all ready. I've healed up my Pokemon from last stream of this. Yeah, I figured, you know what? I'm awake, it's morning. I don't stream again until 9 p.m. tonight. I'm just gonna stream. And so here we are streaming. Making sure I got everything all good to go. All right. Anything else before I switch over to the game? No, not that I can really think of. So I think we're just gonna get to it. We are just shiny hunting, so. But I'm still rather undecided about stream layout because I flip-flop back and forth. So here's the thing. So stream layout actually works out very nicely no matter what. Like the way I currently have it, it works out nicely. The way if I just have the game full screen, that also works out nicely. There is no wrong way about it. A part of me gets another self-conscious about the whole like subscriber goal, latest subscriber, latest cheer, all that. I do get a little bit self-conscious about that. For no real particular reason, to be honest. Oh no, it's so I'll explain that to Leo in just a bit here about the app break, why I got a second one. But also, I might be a little bit tired for a variety of reasons. One, going from waking up at noon to 8 a.m., not an easy transition. Two, as part of that transition, I did take my sleepy meds last night, so I'm still feeling that. Yeah. But there's been a development. Yo, what's up, Joe? How's it going? Been a development in the whole personal server setup thing. I need to get an adapter, a power adapter for my Raspberry Pi because it requires a specific ampage. And all the adapters I have are either too low or too high. I'd rather not worry too much about it. I'd rather get the precise amount needed. What's on the agenda today? I'm glad you asked, Joe. So today, morning stream, clearly. A little bit, about an hour later than I normally do for morning streams, but that's fine because I'm also streaming later tonight. Later than I normally try for. So shiny hunting right now, probably for about 3-ish hours or until I run out of PP on all my party. Or until I get a shiny with fishing mark, because you never know. And then tonight we're doing Archipelago with everyone from last week. Minus one person. I think one person's actually busy today, but they're rather stuck, so it's fine. I do know that someone off stream sat down and got caught up as much as they could. So we're probably gonna start off tonight getting a bunch of items. So. And also, Leo, to explain the second ad break. Yeah, that's a bit of a quirk with startup streams. So the way I have my ad break set up is it starts 7 minutes into the startup stream. So for the first 7 minutes of stream, I get the way that Twitch streams normally go if you don't have an automatic ad breaks. So everyone who pops in for the first 7 minutes will get the half-minute ad break. Or the pre-roll ads, if you will. And at the 7-minute mark, that's when my ads actually play on Twitch for 3 minutes. And 10 minutes in, that's when everyone can come in and not have to worry about ads. At least until the top of the hour. When is Ian coming to see me? This morning. I actually just got back from hanging out with Ian and Sam for breakfast. We went to a local cafe. Or a local diner. And then to a cafe. Yeah, at first he was like, we should do Waffle House. I'm like, how about this? A local diner. No, he's not saying the night. They're actually on the way to his destination, to where he's moving to. I think this was like either the last stop or second to last stop they're making for food, but it's about like a 7-hour drive to where they're going. They can make it from here to where they're going, so they can make it to where he's moving to. Yeah, he's moving across the country, vertically speaking, but. Yeah, something to keep in mind, Joe. He was an entire time zone behind me. He is now in the present. He is no longer in the past. But speaking about moving across country, I am actually planning on taking a tiny bit of a break. Either, and this is an intentional break, I should point out. Let's see. I believe, yeah, either the weekend of the 21st or weekend of the 28th. I'm going vertically across country, not to Illinois where Ian's from, but staying within the same time zone, so up around New England. I'll be heading out on the Thursday of that weekend I go up there. And I'll be coming back that Monday, that following Monday. So if I'm going in the weekend of the 21st, I'll be leaving on the 19th. I'll be leaving on the 19th and coming back on the 23rd. If I go on the weekend of the 28th, I'll be leaving on the 26th and coming back on the 30th. But I need to decide before I can really decide on where I'm going. I need to decide on where I'm going. Because the idea of this move is somewhere where this switch to pinned my plans. The 5th. Honestly, just the 5th. Because that's when it comes out. I will be playing a fair bit of the Switch too. Like, keep in mind, the only game that's coming out at launch that I'm really interested in is Mario Kart World, which I'll be picking up on launch and probably just faffing about on stream. Like, there won't be much of a real goal for it, just like chill, hanging out, playing it, seeing what the vibe is. I do know that tomorrow, my younger sister is actually going to our local GameStop for the launch party that they're having for the Switch 2. She'll be there pretty much the entire time, whereas I'll probably just pop in like towards, I don't know, maybe 10 p.m. Because I honestly do not want to be there the entire time. Mainly because that's a Wednesday. I have a bad headache going on. I'm gonna reel in this Pokemon and I'm gonna take some allergy meds. Hi? Yeah. Yeah, Switch 2 comes out in 2 days. And me not having much of a sense of time, that did not even occur to me until like literally today. Because also like May has kind of sucked. I'm not gonna lie, May has kind of sucked in its entirety. But I'm hopeful that the rest of the summer will be lovely. I mean, also, like, I wouldn't really call this much of a busy summer. Like, I'm taking a weekend trip later this month up north. And then I really just have like a concert planned for next month, and that's really about it. That's like, it's not a whole lot I'm doing this summer. Like, yeah, I have some summer projects I need to work on, and I think I'm really gonna like try and go hard on them this month for sure. Who am I singing in concert? Otto. ADO, Otto. If you're familiar with One Piece and you've seen One Piece film Red, she is a musical voice for Uta. If you're not familiar with One Piece, or you've not seen One Piece from Red, she's an amazing Japanese singer. Part of her gimmick is that she doesn't show her face, and she still does concerts. Much like Eve and Zutomayo. Alright, I did play some auto on stream the other day. And people say, yeah, no, this is kind of bad. This music is kind of bad. I'm like, no, you just don't like it. Like, I think it's pretty unfair to say that any song in particular is bad unless it's, like, purposefully bad. Like, I don't like country music, but I'm not gonna say that country music is bad. Like, clearly, all my Pokemon are level 100 at this point. In this party, yes. All my Pokemon are indeed level 100 at this point in my party. Also, I want to point out, yes, I live in the South and I hate country music. So it is a little bit, irritating sometimes. Especially seeing as I like, Cracker Barrel's food. And Cracker Barrel plays pretty much nothing but country music. So I do rarely go there for that reason. I pretty much only go there when I forget that they play nothing but country music. Is living in New England just because I'm living in the South. I mean, to be fair, like, I want to move up to New England. I was born and raised in the South. Like, I've kind of lived here my whole life at this point. Minus 3 months, but that was just 3 months. Do you really count that? Yeah, it's close to 4 months. But yeah, after stream, what I will be working on is actually looking into where around I want to look at or move to. Because the part of the point of where I'm going for this little mini vacation, this weekend vacation, is to get a vibe of the places that I'm looking into. And also to hang out with some friends. But I think the way I'm going to go about doing that is flying up there, getting a hotel that's like close to the place or places I want to look at. And like each day, like I'll probably be hanging out with a different friend each day because I have like I have 3 friends confirmed I'm hanging out with. And so it's just a matter of like, I mean, ideally what I do is I narrow it down to one place and I just get a hotel around that area. You know, feel of the area and all that. But there's definitely like a lot of research I need to do, especially this week. But the first thing I'm gonna do is, of course, look at plane tickets, because I'm probably gonna get my plane tickets next week on next Tuesday, because that's when they're typically the cheapest. Also need to talk to Axel at some point. Because Axel and I are actually talking about doing some shiny hunting this month. So, okay, that's actually a fun thing to talk about. So, it is June! And June is Pride Month. Now, I'm a straight white guy. I'm a straight cis white guy. So, yeah, like, but anyone's welcome to be gay as much as they want around me. I don't care. Just respect that I'm straight. And so to celebrate it being Pride Month, Axel and I want to do some shiny hunts, matching some of the Pride Month flags. Now, there's not really much for me to hunt, because there really isn't like a straight Pride thing, because that's not really a thing. Like, I don't think they're like ally colors either, like, but I think it'd be fun to just hop in on Axel's shiny hunts. And just kind of like, I don't know, maybe one up them. Of course, I'd probably be doing the same game as Axel, so whatever game they decided to shiny hunt in, or I will join in on that. I think all the Pokemon that they chose, let's see, what are they looking at? I won't say that each Pokemon specifically, just in case they want to reveal that themselves, but, let's see, are they all, yep, they're actually all in Scarlet Violet, so you may wind up doing that. Which that might have been their idea, seeing as I really only have access to anything that's not a DS Pokemon game to shiny hunt in. Oh yeah, I should have mentioned that. I think I've mentioned this a couple of times already. Monday streams are actually moving to Tuesdays. At least for the foreseeable future. Not only is Archipelago on Tuesdays, but once all of us are done with the Archipelago thing, we will be moving on to a Minecraft Sky Factory sort of deal, and that would be on Tuesdays to take place of the Archipelago once we're all done. I think for right now, our shiny hunting stream will also be on Tuesdays, at least until we're done with the Archipelago. That's mainly because I'm doing Pokemon Emerald, so I figured why not just have a Pokemon thing on the same day. Yeah. Also, if things go well, then Ian will probably return to stream either next Wednesday or the following Wednesday. And I think like any day where I'm doing Pokemon in the evening, I'll just do shiny hunting in the morning. So there might be like a small overlap between where I'm doing shiny hunting 2 days in a row. On Tuesday and Wednesday. Because I think Ian wants to get back to doing streams on Wednesdays. Yeah, it might be like a 2-week overlap. I do want to point out, like, the fun thing about my, touching on via Switch, so you can use that quack noise. I mean, you do you. I'm happy to have people watch on either platform, YouTube or Twitch. You know what the funniest thing would be? You just trying streams on the docket. These are always fun. Not really. Just chatting streams are pretty much like these are probably gonna be the evening streams, so like the 6 or 9 p.m. slot, depending on what I have scheduled. And that's usually like if I don't have anything planned with other people, or if I don't have anything planned in general, and I'm just like, I don't know where the vibe is, but I should stream. I do need to be on the lookout for. Wait, hold a moment. Okay. I need to clean up my. I need to organize my desk. I need more organization going on in my room in general. Like I still have some stuff in boxes from when I renovated my room, and that was like a couple years ago at this point. I need to get that all sorted out. Maybe pull out each of the electronics in there, clean them up a little bit, and then like organize it. I mean, to be fair, Joe, like, Sunday 100 streams are also a form of just chatting, but it's a little bit more. Could you say it's more engaging? It has a sort of like a Subway Surfers kind of thing going on for it, where like there's something else going on screen that's a bit more engaging than just a person. Where it's not just talking, there's also like some gameplay going on. Like in my head, like shiny hunting streams are also a partial point of just chatting, because a lot of the time the shiny hunting is like not super engaging to the point where I am not talking, where I'm focusing. Especially not if I'm fishing. If I'm fishing, it's so no thoughts head empty. Also, on June 5th, assuming I can get my hands on a Switch too, that's a Thursday, so I will probably be taking all of the 5th, getting my Switch 2 all set up with all my save files from my regular Switch. So does that mean that I'm gonna be playing through? Well, no, that doesn't mean. Yeah, because I think I can actually keep the save files, the Coyote save files, on my regular Switch. Yeah. This on the regular Switch, so I can do the shenanigans on that. Yeah. Oh, that probably means that I'm going to take this upcoming weekend to mod my original Switch. Should probably message my friend about that. Where are you? There you are. There we go. Like I'm hopeful to get my Switch 2 this Thursday. I can easily foresee what will happen is, I go to the thing on Wednesday night. He switched to a launch party at GameStop. I come back home from it, go the fuck to sleep, wake up and start working on my Switch, on all that, on getting it all set up. Is it being strict or am I selecting in person? I'm getting in person. Because I tried to pre-order through Nintendo. Like I signed up for that whole thing that they were doing. But they never reached back saying, hey, get your Switch 2 now! As it wasn't put in my spam folder, which it may not have been. Let me find out. Nope, I never got a thing saying, hey, come pre-order. So. Oh well. I'll just pick it up in person, but also, like, I'm not super concerned about getting it, like, right away. Like, if I get it right away, cool, awesome, it's gonna be cool. But I'm not super interested in getting it. Like, mainly because the only game coming out at launch that's switched to specifically is Mario Kart World, and that's it. Legends ZA doesn't come out until October. The new Donkey Kong game doesn't come out until a few months later. And so pretty much like the only reason to get a Switch 2 right now is for Mario Kart World. I guess Deltarune episodes 3 and 4 if you're reading ones. And to play Switch games at a higher quality. Like, let's just look at the Switch 2 launch titles. The full list of all 24 Nintendo Switch 2 launch games. Arcade Archives 2, Ridge Racer, Bravely Default, Flying Fairy HD Remaster. That's a remaster. That's not even a new game. Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition. Again, a port. Deltarune. Fantasy Life I, which is you can also get on the Switch and the PS5 and Steam. Fast Fusion. Don't know what that is. Fortnite. Hitman World of Assassins Signature Edition, Assassination, which I think is just a combination, maybe. Hogwarts Legacy, boo! Kunitsugami, Path of the Goddess, never heard of that. Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom Switch 2 Edition, Mario Kart World, Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour, Urbanagas Ambition Awakening Complete Edition, a port. Pure Tetris 2S, that may actually be a new game. Rune Factory Guardians of Ozma, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition, that's a port. Civ 7, Switch 2 Edition, a port. Sonic Shadow Generations, a port. Split Fiction, I believe it's a port. Street Fighter 6 Years 1 and 2 Fighters Edition, a port. Suikoden 1 and 2 HD Remastered for Nintendo Switch 2, I believe a port. Survival Kids, never heard of it. Yakuza 0 Director's Cut, which is also on the Switch. So honestly, like, out of those games, the only ones, like, if I had nothing here, if I had absolutely nothing, or, well, I think there's only one thing I have that I would be interested in Fantasy Life 5, which honestly for myself, I'd rather go on PS5. Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, which if you don't have a Switch, you don't have Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, worthwhile. Mario Kart World, okay. Depending on the price, maybe Sonic Shadow Generation. And Yakuza 0 Director's Cut. Like, all those are worth it. Like, those games by themselves, like, would last you long enough for more games to come out and play the new stuff. But also, like, I would much rather pick up Fantasy Life. I'm on PS5, but it will actually play very nicely on the Switch too, because the Switch 2 can be a much more powerful console, even undocked. But yeah, pretty much like all I would be really playing that Switch 2 exclusive on day one is Mario Kart World. So I'm not too concerned about getting it right away. And honestly, I think that's the majority of people as well. Like, I think most people are going to be like, I'm not too concerned about getting it. Like, there's nothing super massive that I want to get on it. And it's going to be like, oh, the way for a while. Like, I can imagine for like about half a year at least. Because like a lot of the games that are coming out for Switch 2 are also going to be releasing on Switch. It's just stuff that's not, that doesn't require like a lot of power. I think they'll need... now I will say, I won't want to Switch 2 by the time Legends ZA comes out. Because I would want to play that, like, I just want to get one copy of it. Granted, Tears of the Kingdom Breath of the Wild, I'm just going to get the updated patch for it on the Switch 2. I think I'll just drop $10 for each of those. Because I don't mind it. It's worth it. But I will be moving like all my main profile saves onto the Switch 2. And I imagine that's going to take like a minute. So the hope is if I do pick it up this weekend, if I do pick it up tomorrow night at midnight, I'll just work on Thursday getting it all set up. So Friday, if I do have it, I'll be playing Mario Kart World, maybe all day. I don't know. I'm not really playing too much around the Switch 2 at the moment. Mainly because I have so many other things going on right now. I'm also like planning an archipelago with a bunch of other people myself. But that's going to require a little bit of, yeah, show me Mario Kart World. Why not? But again, that's like if I get it on Thursday, if I get the Switch 2 and Mario Kart World on Thursday, that will be the plan for Friday, streaming Mario Kart World and maybe just like showing off the Switch 2 in general. Because I also like don't know how many people I know will be getting the Switch 2 on launch. And also, like, the way that I'm thinking about consoles in general has been changing a lot lately. Most of the time, there's not really a point in picking up a console on launch. It's not sticking at games on Thursday night. Yeah, that's what I'm going to try and do as well, but I don't know how many they're going to have in stock is the issue. Like GameStop did say that, yeah, we're gonna get, like, we have a bunch of pre-orders already, but we're gonna be getting more than what we have pre-ordered. And hence the party on Thursday, or Wednesday. Like, here's the thing. I'm excited about the Switch 2 in general, but like the initial hype isn't really all there. But it's not all there for myself. It's there for like people who want to get into gaming in general, because there are so many good options to start off with. And if you want just one console, the Switch 2 is actually a pretty good console. Launch players are either already cool or bring out the burst in people. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. I think here it's going to be rather low-key. Because we're not really... We are a large town. But like we're also in the south, so like most people here are rather polite. Like even when they're rude, they're being more polite than other people, like from other places when they're rude. Is most people. You're in Texas or it's Gossip? Yeah, no, I'm from Georgia. So, like, most people around here are rather polite. But you do occasionally get, like, the rather rude person. Give me one. So, okay. I don't know what it is, but like my eyelids, like around, like not the eyes themselves, but like the eyelids and the like small areas around it have been rather itchy lately. So like I've been trying to find something to like help with that. So give me a moment. I'm gonna try and help you. And I'm back. Sorry about that. You know, the things I'm most excited about. Like, here's the thing. I have several projects, and like I'm more excited about my tech projects than I am about the Switch 2. And some of those projects are gonna be like long-running stuff, for sure. Mainly like for the more end goal, or I guess past the initial end goal, because the initial end goal is gonna be get an iPod, modded out a little bit. I think 2 to 3 mods. And use that as my music player. To set up my own little server. Use my Raspberry Pi to kickstart it. Figure out what's going on, how it works, all that fun stuff. So that way when I move, I can actually start working on an actual like big old server. Like, those are like my 2 big goals for this summer. Is revamping how I'm going about music and revamping, or I guess like getting a storage system of sorts. So, my goal for this week is to, at minimum, get the power adapter for my Raspberry Pi. And then get a server going. If things go really well, I might can actually use it to start storing some images already. That actually reminds me. So I had a little bit of an issue with a little camera at the restaurant. I'm gonna check something. Yeah, so I'm gonna take a picture. See what happens. Okay. Cool. Good to know. So, I'm not sure if this will actually show up on camera. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it. So, on my digital camera, for some reason, LED lights have a tendency, like if it's just like at the top of the picture, like it'll make a little beam of light come down on like the preview. If you take a picture, it doesn't show up, so it's like it's fine. I think I remembered that, but I wasn't too certain. I have lots of unfinished bottles of water from over the weekend, so I'm going to try and finish this off. I'm going to be so hydrated today. You don't even know. No, I'm not that kind of drunk. Not from Russia. Actually, the only bit of alcohol that I have that's mine is just some bourbon. I really want to get another bottle of rum, but I just haven't gotten around to doing it. I'm actually more. So here's the thing. I'm a mixed drink kind of guy. Like my favorite kind of drinks are the ones that you can't taste alcohol in. And there was this nice little drink I had. So okay, we finally went to Cheesecake Factory this past weekend. And the Cheesecake Factory has this lovely little drink called the Yuzu Drop. And it's so delicious. Very citrusy. And you can barely taste alcohol. Like, I could have smashed so many of those. The interesting thing is I actually have another drink that's a non-alcoholic version of it called the, I think the Yuzu Crush. Where it's effectively, like, tasting both the Yuzu Crush and the Yuzu Drop side by side, they taste the exact same. Which I think is wonderful. Like, having a non-alcoholic drink for those who want to enjoy pretty much the same drink. Wonderful. Like, the only difference is you can, like, if you're looking for it, you can taste alcohol in the drop. But, like, it's barely there. Yeah, so all it took to go to the Cheesecake Factory was just wait until the last day of May. Also, I think which alcohol I'm more into depends on like the season. Like I think bourbon probably works better for like, honestly, like fall. Like the thing with bourbon, and I know this is gonna be a very weird descriptor of it, is that it kind of has like a bit of a like rocky aftertaste, a crystally aftertaste. I say this because like the taste of bourbon that isn't the alcohol had the same taste as the smell of like crystal shops where you go to get like spiritual crystals of sorts. Like almost the exact same smell to taste. There's a Pokemon pop-up bar in Atlanta last month. There was also like I think a Sonic pop-up cafe somewhere in Atlanta recently. Might have been in the same place. You should come and fall. This is to be more prevalent. Sonic pop-up cafes. Actually, you know what? We're gonna hit 1,000 encounters today. Let's see, what's today? Tuesday? Yeah. Let me check some schedules out. There's actually one person in particular I want to check out. There we go. Okay, yeah, not streaming today. Got it. I might check and see who's streaming that I'm following towards the end of stream here in about 2 hours. Because I do want to go for the full 3 hours today for this hunt. Tonight, when I do the Archipelago with everyone, I'll probably go for as long as everyone else. Also, I do have an actual thumbnail for the Archipelago streams. I forgot to make one for last week, so this week I'm fully prepared now. And people will know, oh hey, it's actually a thing! Just by the thumbnail. One thing I really love is that with a little bit of looking around in the folder, there is actually an icon for the Archipelago logo in the Archipelago folders. So I was able to use that. Alright, now we're just vibing. Let's see, what else do I have going on? Yeah, I can tell that these were all like pretty close to being emptied. Ah, actually, okay, that's the last unfinished bottle, right? That I just pulled out. Alright, we are not napping today. You may be tired, but we're not napping. I just messed up my sleep schedule that I kind of got back in order. I'm going to try and keep in order as best I can. Let's see. Wait, hold on. Has the game audio? Okay, the game has been game captured. Okay. What about music? Okay. I should have checked that out much sooner than just now. We are taking a break in just a moment here, by the way. Pretty Gyarados now. Ah, there's our break. I will be back momentarily. All right, and we're back. No, it's actually quite a nice day outside. It's Tuesday. Ooh, actually, that wouldn't be a bad idea. There's a spotlight hour tonight for Pokemon Go at 6. Need to message a friend, see if he's gonna do a spotlight hour tonight. Oh, I think I know who we're gonna raid. I'll check back in a while. God, my head is so empty now. Like, I've talked about pretty much everything there is to talk about right now. Like, even with the Switch 2 coming out, there was no, like, not a whole lot new to really talk about there. To be honest. Like, with the Switch 2, reveal direct, most of my reactions got out right then and there, but like, most of the games that I'm excited for aren't coming out right away. And also, I'm not really like the sort of person to play a game like day one when it comes out on stream. Because there are going to be so many other people who are covering it day one that are going to get a lot more attention than me. So I'm just like, well, why try competing there when I can just carve my own niche somewhere else? And the difficult thing with that is that there aren't really, like, carving out your own niche in a game is kind of hard to do. Because you're gonna need to have some sort of spin on it. Like, a lot of people who get really popular with the game get popular because they're doing, like, some kind of, like, interesting thing that most of the community haven't thought about before. Like, that even happened with myself, like with Brave Frontier. The one year that I did it, the year that nothing happened, my entire stance was, well, let's just get the community, like, knowledgeable of what's going on with the game. Let's start talking about stuff that no one really has talked about in a video before, and it gained traction. Most of my topic videos did pretty well. Especially stuff that was relevant to what a lot of people wanted to know, like, what's the best stuff? And for Brave Frontier, the answer was, well, there's not really a definitive answer. It's all situational. Like, there's several projects with Brave Frontier that I never finished because the game ended before I could finish them. Or saw end of service before I could finish them. Same thing. And here's a question. What is the up-and-coming game? Because there's usually, like, some sort of indie game that comes out that people are just, like, becoming massive fans over. A while back we had Undertale, of course. Stardew Valley saw a lot of success. Terraria saw a lot of success. Minecraft was indie for a while there. So, like, are we still, like, on the search for the next big indie game that everyone's gonna, like, fawn over? Is that where we're at? Like, the thing is, like, the next big indie game is gonna be something that like, hasn't been done. It's gonna be a bit of a spin or something off of the usual formula. Such more a more accessible version of some. That's a more accessible version. So my thinking is Minecraft, entirely new when it came out. Maybe very few things like it. And it saw a lot of popularity because it's getting a lot of coverage on YouTube. Undertale, it's an RPG, yes. It's a turn-based RPG, but has a unique mechanic to it. Several unique mechanics to it. Stardew Valley is basically Rune Factory, but more accessible. Less Japanesey. So, like, what is gonna be the next big indie game that everyone's just like, yo, you gotta play this? Because depending on what it is, I might consider covering it. Playing it, making videos on it. I mean, granted, I can do that with just about any game that comes out. Maybe not like big AAA title games, because like there are gonna be so many other channels that are gonna cover it. I say that. I do actually have some ideas for videos that like I've not seen on YouTube yet. For Pokemon. Hell yeah. Okay. Which I also just need to get onto that because I'm sure that if I keep sitting on these ideas I have, I'm just gonna eventually someone else is gonna make these videos. Let's see, I'm gonna try and plan accordingly. Either tomorrow or Thursday. No. Actually, yeah, that could work. So the thing, the Pokemon videos I want to make, like a lot of them are just gonna be centered around multiplayer stuff, like all the stuff you can do in multiplayer that people may not know you could do. Because I get a lot of people coming into like I occasionally get people like with my Scarlet Violet streams popping in and asking, "Hey, can you help me catch this Pokemon? Can you trade me this Pokemon?" But like, yeah, no, let me just bring you to a Union Circle and you can just catch it yourself. And like, wait, what? You can do that? Yeah. Alright, but I need some Paradox Pokemon. Okay, well, they just meet me in Area 0. What? Like, not many people know they can actually catch the other version's Paradox Pokemon in your own game as long as you're in Union Circle with someone and they have those Pokemon spawned in them for themselves. Like, if I'm playing Scarlet and my friend's playing Violet, they can spawn in an Iron Bundle and I can go catch that. And it works. Same with shiny Pokemon. Like, I was playing, I was doing a Union Circle with someone at some point, and we were just going around catching Pokemon for each other. I spawned in a shiny Yanma. I'm like, huh, hey, come catch it. You can have it. Like, I've spawned in so many shiny Pokemon for people. I got lucky, I'd be like, yeah, I already have it. You can catch it. And with the Switch 2 becoming a thing, with increased Pokemon spawning in, that will actually make shiny hunting with people a lot better. I just wonder how if Switch 2 to Switch cross-play connectivity is a thing. That will be an interesting question to figure out and answer. And I can actually do it by myself. Right! Ooh, hold on! No, that's actually very exciting now that I think about it. With the Switch 2 coming out on Thursday, I can actually finally catch another shiny Rayquaza for the Living Dex! Yay! because I want to have a shiny Rayquaza that I keep for myself, and another one for the shiny living deck. So. That's exciting. Yay. I just need to go back and see what 1 to 2 Pokemon strategies people came up with. I think the one Pokemon Soto people were doing was with Arceus. Which I think I started trying to do, but I was like, nah, this is a lot more work than I want to put into right now. I was just being incredibly lazy. I wonder how many Magikarp I've seen by now. Or how many I've battled, rather. Let's just see, shall we? $339. So we are actually getting close to having max odds whenever there for a shiny, whenever there is a brilliant aura spot. I say getting close. We're still like 170 away, 160 away. Which, seeing as the starting point is 500, relatively close. And this is the last Pokemon for Reshiram. For today. I'm curious what my next shiny Pokemon will be. Ooh, actually, one thing I can do after stream is see if there's a new episode of Vigilante. Yeah, Dragon Pulse is indeed stronger. Got him so steepy. I'm glad that today is a low energy kind of day. Not much I really need to do that requires a lot of energy. Like I do need to look. I do need to look at places around where I want to move to. just like a precursor to look primarily at apartments. To see what I can find at a reasonable price. And also see if I can suss out just about how pretty each area is, or how walkable. Because that's kind of one thing I want to look into, is like finding a place that's rather walkable. So I'm probably looking at like maybe downtown areas. Because I would like to be able to walk from my apartment to a grocery store. And then back, or from my apartment to like a nice little cafe or a restaurant. Like, it's kind of a big thing for me at the moment, is finding some place I can walk around at. Oh yeah, I know who we are raiding today. Ooh, I should get the Okami soundtrack. Yeah. Yeah, we are definitely hitting 1,000 today. Although I don't think we're going to be stopping at 1,000. Actually, I might have a different idea of who we're raiding today. Nah. I was gonna stick to my original idea. God, I'm not tired. I can't even talk. Curse you, stupid meds. If only it didn't double as allergy meds. Like, that's the other part of the reason why I took my CP meds last night, is because they also double as allergy medicine. But it's basically like a cousin to Benadryl, and Benadryl is known to knock people out. So I am understandably tired. Maybe I'll take a short nap today, if anything. Yeah. So, like, the biggest thing I wanted to get done today was figure out, well, actually, there are two things I need to get done today. I'll just do the other thing later. But one thing I wanted to get done was see if I had, like, just lying about a power adapter that would work for my Raspberry Pi, but all of them they don't work. So I need to go. Hold on a moment. Hold on. I just had a thought. No, that won't. Yeah, so I'll probably just go find one out and about, but that can't be done until later. So I think what I'll probably do after stream, and I'm talking about after stream like it's happening right now. No, we still have like an hour and 50 minutes left. What I'll probably do is wind up just taking a bit of a nap, waking up, doing the research into the town/cities I was given a list of, and then go out and find a power adapter. Because if I can get a power adapter, I can actually get my server going. I also want a new monitor. Actually, that might be part of my goal tomorrow, is cleaning off the desk behind me. Yeah, I think it's gonna be the goal for tomorrow, is cleaning off that desk behind me. Which means I'm gonna find a place to put all those plushies. It also doesn't help that I have my jump music playing. Hold on, math in here. I missed one, okay. Now the math is mathing. Yo, Kenzo the follow, thank you very much, my dude. Welcome to stream. If you're lurking, enjoy your lurk. The luck of getting a shiny V-Bass at 306 is crazy on 1k new V-Bass. The wildest thing here is that, like, I caught that when I think that was, like, the 24th V-Bass I found at all. Like, in this game. That's, like, the wildest thing there is, like, it was the 24th one I encountered in this game. It was also the very first shiny Pokemon by fishing I've gotten in this game. So, yeah, no, that is pretty wild. I'm just going for, like, a shiny Pokemon that has the fishing mark. I'm not too terribly fussed on what it is. I do have, like, 2 Pokemon I want it to be. Trying to get those in the next 10,000. Oh, I hope I'm getting it, what I'm looking for fairly easily. I'm hoping that I don't phase too much, because this has been an incredibly slow hunt. Like, I want to get this, you know, the next shiny. Ideally, I get either something in the Magikarp line or Feebas shiny with a fishing mark. That would be ideal. But I'll take just about anything really, because all the Pokemon here are actually also in Scarlet Violet. Magikarp would honestly be the best thing, because that's gonna be that's in literally every single game. And it will always be in every single game. But Feebas would be nice, because I think just having the catch of the day as a Feebas is funny. Or Milotic. Dratini would also be pretty neat. Like, my top 3 are definitely Magikarp, I guess it would be Feebas, Magikarp, Dratini. Like, most wanted to least wanted. But my absolute least wanted shiny here would, with the mark would be Basculin. Mainly because I just don't care for Basculin. Like, it's there. Alright, I guess. But yeah, no, there's no telling what my next shiny is going to be. It could be a Dratini for all I know. But hi, I'm Kyson. I do shiny hunting in the morning sometimes. Alright, and tonight we are actually playing Pokemon Emerald. We're continuing the Archipelago. So if you're interested in seeing it like a wacky randomizer of Pokemon Emerald, definitely check out tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Like, I'll be joined in with, like, I think 7 other people in voice chat. It's gonna be wild. Unfortunately, I'm probably one of the ones that is carrying the randomizer right now, because I have like 90% of Hoenn all opened up. And I have several checks I need to do. Right, that's another thing I need to do before I actually get to... Yeah, so I need to set up the tracker to automatically update as I get things. So I need to look up how to do that, because I have no clue how to do that. So I guess that will be the first thing I do when I wake up from my nap after stream. Got 1,000, no shiny Feebas. That's... I mean, to be fair, that's to be expected, because it's a 5% encounter. I just got stupidly lucky. That's... I will admit that. To be fair, I've actually gotten, like, rather lucky with Feebas in general for shiny. I actually did a Masuda method for a Moonball shiny Feebas a while back, a few years ago. That didn't take me too terribly long. Shiny 100 Feebas again in Scarlet Violet's DLC. I had an outbreak, so I was like, you know what, why not? That took a little bit longer than I wanted it to, but it still wasn't too bad. Now, is there any reason why you're going for Feebas and Scarlet Violet, or are you going for a different game? I wonder, is this mathin'? Yes, this math is indeed mathin'. Cool. Dang. Anytime we see a Brit Door spot, it has a decent chance, an alright chance of being shiny. They always get a little bit hopeful whenever I see one. Although shiny Feebas wasn't even from a Brit and Dora spot, it just was a regular fishing spot. We're so close to 1,000. Actually, I may just costume once we hit 1,000 and go take a nap. There's not a whole lot on my mind right now. The only thing on my mind right now is taking a nap and then working on stuff afterwards. Although the funny thing is, once we hit 1,000, I'll be ending probably around when I normally would end morning streams, so that's fine. I'm okay with that. I think because we're so close to 1,000, we'll actually get up and stretch at my stretch break here in a bit. Unless we get to it before. Unless we get to 1,000 before our stretch break here in a bit. Which we might. Here we go, the last encounter for High Dragon today. You know what? Yeah, we are gonna make get to 1,000 before we get the outbreak. Because I'll just snooze outbreak until we get there. Mewtwo also gets unnerved from ability, doesn't it? Doesn't it? I think it's either unnerve or telepathy. I think it's unnerve. Yeah, I'm gonna squeeze this. Just 5 more. And then we're done with the stream because I'm tired and want a nap. Alright, we're gonna start winding down the stream now. So, I will be back at tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. The Pokemon Emerald, well, it's an archipelago, but my perspective is Pokemon Emerald. And I have 90% of the Hoenn region unlocked to me at minimum. Because I have the Balance Badge and Surf. So we're gonna be, I think I'm starting off at around Route 123? 223? 123? 123. 122? It's a route just before Lily Cove. I'm right there. And the idea is we're just gonna check out all the items around, maybe do some battles here and there. And we have a pretty interesting team of, well, our two Pokemon we're really using are Walrein and a Gardevoir. And number 1000 is a Dratini. Interesting. So yeah, check out tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Time for the Pokemon Emerald perspective of an archipelago that I'm doing with a bunch of other streamers and some non-streamers. It's gonna be a time. First in the stream, we're gonna be getting a lot of items because someone did stuff off stream and found 20 important items for people. But with that, see you guys then. Bye bye.